So hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome you to another great video regarding the discovery and ITOM. Which is what is discovery? And we have seen that what is discovery and how to do discovery in our uh, previous video. And so for this, and we are going to see about CI class manager. So after activating all your plugins, so you have to navigate here in your application navigator. If you search CA class, you will get that CA class manager. If you come here, okay, let it load. No, it's not. Yeah, it's loaded. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. This is the interface of CA class manager. So once you come here, you can able to see the open hierarchy. You can also click here. Otherwise, you can able to click here. Let me click this. So see, you'll be having so much of classes and regarding the CMDB. And so here for the frequent thing, let me search for server. See, if I search server, there are multiple servers have been proposing here. So we go to the first thing server. See, server is a table which is inherited from the computer, and the computer is inherited from the hardware. So this is how the table has been inherited. Okay, so why I'm saying that well, the which is this has been inherited and like this means, and in later part of this video you will be able to understand which is mm, why I'm denoting that inheritance of the table and the parent and child tables is more important in the which is while we will be doing CA reclassification and regarding that upgrade, downgrade, and switching. So in that medium of module, which is in that that which is what kind of in that module there is uh, it is a basic thing we can able to understand for that. So let me open the Windows server or Linux server. Let me open the Windows server. See see here in this Windows server we can able to set a name, and it is currently it's not editable, so we can able to give a short description, and we can able to give the managed by group. What is managed by group? And this Windows Server CA class, which is that will be managed by us, a respected team, right? So that will be auto populate. We can set here, and we can able to give it as a whatever we want. We can give the groups. Okay, yeah. Here the default product model. If you have model, you can able to give it. Otherwise it is not necessary, and you can able to give a icon here, and you can able to change this icon as well. And so this is how it works. Okay, let me cancel it. And yeah, see, this is extensible or a principal class. What is principal class? What is extensible? We know that extensible, if we give it as a true, this Windows server can be a parent table, and we can able to use this table as a parent, and we can create a new child table. And this is how we can give this extensible. And what is principal class? If you go into incident dot two, sorry, that is not dot. Incident dot two makes you can able to create a new record. If you use incident dot form also, it will open a new. Here, and the yeah, here you can able to see that the configuration item, right? If I click here, it will gives around 2700 something CIs. So, but if you check here in this hierarchy, there are tons of classes and tons of CIs have been there. But if we search this here, we search here, we don't get anything. If we also search here, see, name start with Windows Server is not available. See, invalid reference. So to make it available with ITSM, which is IT Service Management, in that, which is while IT Service, to make it available of this CI in IT Service Management, we can use the principal. So let me give it as a principal class and say this will be used to populate in the IT Service Management. Yeah. So this is how all about the inside the class info, inside the basic info. So let's come into attributes. What is attributes? Attributes or the exact fields. What are the fields have been here or called as attributes? So we used to call it the fields as attributes in CMDB CI. Sorry, CMDB. Okay. So these are all the attributes which is available here. It's about 190 19 attributes for this Windows Server class. And what is derived and what is added? Derived, which is derived from the parent tables. It may be derived from server or computer or hardware, like this. So these are all the fields have been used in this web server from these tables. Okay, this is all about derived and added. Added, as of now, there is nothing, and if you want we can add it. So this is all about attributes. So next, coming to diving into identification rule. And what is identification rule? While you are discovering or while you're discovering a specific CI, it will be identified based on the which is rules you have been giving here. So if you can able to see this, see, identifier entries includes certain attributes that unique identify the CI that identification rule is associated with. An identification rule must have at least one active identifier entry. So if you're which is if you're getting this CI using discovery, that CI has to be which is identified as a Windows server, right? So it first in ServiceNow, which is priority, which is from 0 to infinity, which is uh, which is ascending number, which is ascending number. It's a which is a first priority. If it priority is 1, it works first. Priority 2, it works on second. Priority 3, it works on third. So this is how the priority works. Here the priority is 90 is less than all, or less than compared to all the 5. So this will be works first, which is to identifying the Windows server. It first check the product instant identifier. So it will check the product instance identifier. If it matches, or if it matches the existing CI, then it will be updated. If there is no instance identifier in the with us in the discovery props, or in the discovery props means, then it will go to the second priority, which is um, refer to the lookup table, which is lookup table is a serial number, and it search for serial number and serial number type. So each and every CA has definitely have serial number. Otherwise, they may not be having serial number also. So we don't know that if that already configured or not. So this is how it works. So it is also not available then. If it also not available, then the which is available in the server, which is sorry serial number table, then it will search on hardware table. If the hardware table has the serial number, then it will be updated. If first it will check the instance identifier, it is not, then it go into the serial number table and check for serial number and serial number type. If it also not findable, then it go to hardware. It will go and check the serial number of the hardware. Then if it finds, it will be updated. Otherwise, it will go to the next step, which is in the hardware table, it will check the name. Or even though every CI has name, right? In this priority 300, everything will be matched, or it is the 99% of the CI will be passed from the fourth step. If they escaped from the first three, uh, it will be catch and it will be updated in the fourth step. Otherwise, even the name is also not available. It will go and check for the MAC address, which is in the network adapter table. So this is how it works. So related entries, which is related indices, which is for related CIs, which is one IP has multiple CI. How? If the one router, if you are searching for router, okay, in one router there will be multiple device has been connected, right? Even though, for example, in your home Wi-Fi, there are five mobiles has been connected. Then in one IP address, there are five devices, right? So there is one parent CI, which is the router, and the child CIs are been five mobiles. So totally six. So it will be first, it will find the parent as well, and simultaneously it search for the which is the child CI, like your mobile phones. That mobile phones has been checked simultaneously. See the priorities, all the priorities for 100. So it works, which is everything works at the same time. See, it will search for name, VLAN tag, and the name, and discovery source, interface, backup source ID, IRE creation attribute. It will search for entire thing. So for this which is related CX. So this is how we can also create, which is inclusion rule, which is the advanced version of IRE, which is identification rule. We used to call it as IRE, which is uh, identification rule engine. And so it is advanced part. You can also see this. How can we do it? And reconciliation rule, which is it is for, see, let me create it, the static reconciliation and dynamic reconciliation. What is static and what is dynamic? So what is reconciliation rule? We have static and the dynamic. So if your search, if the discovery is run, and we have set it that which is static reconciliation rule and dynamic reconciliation rule. In the static reconciliation rule, it takes the what is priority we have choose. Okay, for example, if three tabs, okay, if three tab no three servers, one for three servers, okay, we got that three server, which is, yeah, not three servers. If you think, there is one server and it searches for it is you have run the discovery for three times, okay, and if the which is uh yeah, okay, if you run the discovery for three times, so you will be you will be having that the first source, which is the discovery of the first time is discovery, and which is sorry, service now, and the second source is about service watch, and the third one is service now, and you'll be setting the static reconciliation rule as a service now. Okay, if you choose the whatever service now brings, you have to update that only. Apart from that, service watch or any kind of any other discovery source, you are setting as a leave that. Okay, see discovery source, let me choose it as a service now, and priority priority 100, and select attributes I'm applying to all. Okay, self beta it's not issue, so let me save it. Okay, I'm saying that which is static rule as a always update if the service now gets the value. And if you're going to create a dynamic reconciliation, what first reported or most reported or latest reported, largest value or smallest value. So dynamic means if if the server has been discovered with multiple sources, okay, we have saw that service watch, service now, and APS. No more of the thing. Okay, there is plenty of sources have been which is available. So in this dynamic reconciliation rule, you're setting that most reported or latest reported or which is a largest volume. See, if the server having from the first service node discovered as a, for example, let me take it as a one server is available and first discovery has been completed, which is by service now, and that service now brings the value of RAM is equal to 8 GB, and another discovery has been completed after 1 hour, which is that has been updated as a 16 GB RAM. As we created this rule, right? We created this rule, right? Big, due to this, it will update 8 GB. It doesn't update 16 GB because why? We set it discovery source as a discover the service now, and it should be a priority, which is priority of 100. First, it should be run. And update the CI as a 8 GB RAM. 8 GB RAM. You got it? And see, in the dynamic reconciliation, what will be updated? See, first service now getting the value of 8 GB, and second time service watch is getting the value of 16 GB. Then what will be updated? 16 GB, right? So according to this, the most reported or our latest reported or our largest, which is largest volume, and this kind of a rule we can able to give it. Then I'm just getting everything and give it as a next, and let me save it. See, the dynamic rule will be take precedence. You saw that, right? Dynamic dynamic rule will take the precedence over the static rule, because service now itself know that dynamic reconciliation rule is very most important and very powerful thing. But in sometimes in some region or some condition we need to use the static reconciliation rule. You know, that will be helpful in that in the production team will be using that some kind of IPs and servers. They will be using the static rules as well. So there is no partiality in which is dynamic and static. But the thing is, sometimes static is will be very useful as the requirement, but the dynamic rule is most effective thing in the which is using that getting the discovery and updating the value. So let me dive into suggested relationship. So these are all the relationship which is has been connected with. See here, let me zoom in. Windows have been connected with these much of relationship. If we want, we can filter it as we don't need this. See, everything has been made. Just let me check outbound. Outbound means what are all the CAs are connected with server, which is so this server gives entire power or sorry entire source to the TCIs inbound, which is this web server, sorry, this Windows server getting the information and used in this server by this. Let me uncheck the outbound and inbound, which is these are all the CIs has been giving information to Windows Server. For make it as a simple, okay. This is how we can able to see here, or you can able to add new relationship. If you want to add a new relationship, it is also fine as a child or parent or whatever thing. So for this, I'll explain in a different video how to do the relationship. Okay, let me close it this and all the relationship rules. See, this is the suggested relationship for the CI, which is sorry, the Windows server. This is the relationship rules, which is you can able to see that. See the relationship, which is this is the suggested relationship, and this is the entire relationship rules. See, this is the entire relationship. Yeah. So let me come to the health part. Yeah. So CI list in this Windows server, under this Windows server list, which is Windows server table, we have around just eight servers. Can you understand that? There are 8 servers has been available in below the Windows server. Okay. Yeah, this is the CI list. So let's come to health part. So what is completeness? And what is compliance? And what is correctness? And what is health inclusion rules? For which is the correctness, yeah, the completeness, which is, for example, let me take that laptop. Okay, what are the recommend fields we are giving? It will uh, checks that field and gives the completeness. See, for example, we can take the laptop. The laptop must have the name, right? Must have the name, and it should be have a serial number, and it should be having what a RAM and hard disk, right? It should be have these kind of stuffs. So in we are giving this attributes, okay, the model ID, if you are giving a manufacturer or model ID and the name and the operating system, these are all the things we are giving as a completeness attribute fields. Then it will check the completeness for a laptop. It will checks the manufacturer, model ID and name and operating system. If everything is everything is getting, which is everything, every value is available means it gives the completeness score as a 100. So completeness is nothing, it checks if the CA has the selected fields or not. If it check, it will it has it has that fields, then it give 100. Otherwise it will give the average of what which CAs has this much thing, and which CA doesn't have thing, like that it will give. So completeness is based on the what are the attributes, what are the fields we are giving, so it will check accordingly. Let me discard it. And compilance. And what is compilance? It there is a rule. See, um, it will check the um, and the which is it's all about the certification, which is it checks the rule. If your organization setting that the server should be updated for which is for each and every 7 days, you'll be creating a certificate here, certification filter here, and you'll be adding that filter in the template, and you'll be auditing. So you'll be doing the auditing for, you can able to set the audit for 7 days or 1 month, or which is a year or 3 months or once, like that. So it checks according to the organization's condition. If the CI is passing, then it gives the 100 score for compliance. Otherwise for the rest of the CI it will give 100, and this gives which is it will be showing that this the compliance of this CA, which is CA class, is 90 percentage and 80%. We have to check that why it's not updated, and why it's not having a compliance score. So this is how it works, which is compliance is a conditions, if organizations conditions are met or not, kind of which is it should be updated for the next which is last 7 days or not, and what are the thing, this CI is about, kind of the conditions, the based on the conditions it works accordingly. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Yeah, if I create something means, so in which table it's auto populated here. Wait, submit here. Test has been created, and we have to use that filter here. See, we have to use that filter. Test, and we have to add the which is conditions here. What are the conditions? See, the let me choose RAM. RAM should be 4000 or more than 1000, greater than 4000, and submit here. And I'm going to audit. So we have to create an audit. Audit means what? We have to create an audit, which is um, it's loading a bit. See, we can, yeah, we have choose that template, and we are testing for compliance. So we can give it as a description also. So it will run daily. See, wait. Yeah, we are setting as daily. Yeah, see, for this Windows Server, compile and score will be run daily. So we have created a filter and we have added that filter into the template, and that template we have created a new audit. So this is how it gives the which is code correctness. What is correctness? It search for orphan and the stale, which is orphan in the sense there is no relationship for this CI, for this class there is no relationship, means we have there will be we have to create a rule, and for what a stateless rule, stateless rule we have to create the stateless rule as a, for the default stateless rule is about 60 days. If the CI has been not updated for the last 60 days, it will comes under stale rule. Orphan rule is all about if there is no relationship for the CI, then it comes under orphan, and it's all about alone, right? Orphan is an alone. So this is how we can create a orphan rule and stateless rule. So what is health inclusion rule? See, based on the correctness, based on the correctness, we can run the health inclusion rule. What are the things? So we can choose that this is a condition. We can choose that it should be required or it should be stateless. There is no duplicate CI, and it should not be in it should be required, and it should not be stateless. Like that, we can give that complete which is, for example, it it gives the, we can set that health inclusion rule as what are the systems have been in use, right? In use, what are the systems are currently using. We can give that conditions here, and we can populate the score for the health inclusion rules. So today which is this is all for today's session. We have clearly understand about CA class manager, and in next upcoming video I'll be teaching you the how to create identification rule and reconciliation rule, and next part of things. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon as well. You'll be getting a notification while I'm posting a new video. So thank you for watching. Take care. Tata. Bye bye.